This is, as you can clearly see, a pie iron. It's got these long handles. You can open it up. It's made of cast aluminum, although a lot of them are made of cast iron. And at first I was like, what the hell is this? And basically what it is to use in a campfire. So you can cook a pie, or it's kind of for making sandwiches. So you can kind of stuff a piece of bread in there with some cheese and meat or whatever. Or you can do bread with like some kind of filling to make a little pie. And then you stick it in the fire. And that's why it has the long handle. I have never heard of these before. We saw it at the thrift store. We bought it for $1. And we sold it for $30. Now there is a particular brand, and if it is made out of cast iron, it can sell for a lot more. So if you ever see these little pie irons, they definitely sell. This is a vintage hand-painted glass liquor decanter. I think we just bought it at a box lot with a bunch of other glassware at an auction. So it was cheap. And it sold for $40 on Bonanza. This is a beautiful vintage leather wallet, or a travel document wallet. It's got a little bit of wear on it. If it was pristine, I would have put it up for a lot more, but it sold for $40 on Bonanza. We usually get wallets for, you know, $1 to $2 generally. This is a vintage all-leather men's grooming kit or toiletry kit. It is very cool. It comes with a bunch of stuff. Comb, there's a brush, there's like a little toothbrush holder. You can, I think these are empty, but you can put soap in them and things like this, a razor. And we actually took an offer of $40 for this. But it is very cool. We sell these all the time when we find them. I think people just love that vintage look. I think there might have been a mirror here, but it's gone. This is a nice solid set of brass candlesticks. They're marked inside here and dated. They're kind of hard to see. It says Malm 1978. So I'm assuming they're Danish. Or Swedish or something. And these sold for $30. And I got them in a box lot at an auction. So there was a bunch of other stuff in the box lot a while ago. It was last year. And yeah, so I didn't pay that much. And they're pretty nice. They're very sturdy. This is a vintage Nyoka camera. If these are fixed up and cleaned and just refurbished and fully working, they can sell for hundreds of dollars. This one, we didn't really test it. We didn't really clean it. It's a little bit jammed up. I couldn't get it to advance or anything. So I put it up for $25, and it sold in like 5 minutes. So hopefully I didn't completely undersell it, but it is untested, so I'm happy that it sold so fast. I think we got this in a box lot at an auction a few months ago. This is a print or a card of some sort of a Victorian era little owl guy. We bought this at an estate sale of someone who was obsessed with owls. So it was probably only $1 or $2. And it sold for $25. It's just in a little clip frame. But it's really cute. This is a cute wool blend women's kind of bucket hat. It's made in China, but it's a cute style. Probably only got it for like $1. And it sold for $30. This is a men's LL Bean ribbed knit, 100% wool. Although it's very soft, it almost does not feel like wool. It's a sweater, and sweaters are on sale, but we took an offer of $30 on this sweater. These are the Fondue Forks that we were going on and on about on the podcast. I just bought these for a couple bucks, maybe $3 or $4. They're in the original box. They've never been used. This is rosewood, stainless, made in France. And I sold them for $50. Not a bad sale. This is a Sony Worldband shortwave radio, AM, FM radio, portable. It does not have the cord, the power cord, but I tested it and it works well with batteries. If it had the cord, this would be worth like $150. But I sold mine for $96 overnight too. I listed it and then it sold. This is a vintage, probably 50s or 60s Percolator. It's got a great shape. I love that. I love the handle. Amazing. I usually get these for a couple bucks. Not too much. And I sold it for $50. This is a vintage cast brass door knocker with a lion head. These are always good to get. They always sell. They sell for a lot of money. If this were a nicer one, I mean, this one's pretty nice. It's definitely brass. But if it were, you know, kind of a brighter brass or bigger or heavier, it would sell for a lot of money. This sold for $80. So that is a lot of money. That is a good price. But, you know, always keep an eye out for these because they always sell. This sold on global shipping to someone in the UK. Another one of my bangles sold. They're being sold as celluloid. I just call them plastic or celluloid because they are vintage. This one sold for $13, which is a great price for just a little bangle. I need to keep an eye out for these because I'm just amazed at how well they sell. So Jay bought an OtterBox for his iPhone. It's a very heavy-duty case for the iPhone, and when he bought it, it came with this belt clip. And he didn't need the belt clip, and I figured someone's going to buy just the belt clip. So I listed it for $13, and it sold. These are a pair of a brand called Calso Earth Shoe. They're little Mary Janes. They're like this cute, like, lace. And I don't think these have ever been worn, actually. I thought maybe they'd been worn once, but it looks like there's no wear at all. We bought these for under $3 at a thrift store, and they sold for $120. They are a high-end brand. This is a design, I think, that is no longer being made. And we sold them once before, and the person didn't pay, so we've had these for a while. But I'm glad someone paid full price, $120. So this is a big tin of Artex fabric paint. It comes with these awesome, like, catalogs with, like, how you can use them. They're really funny. We probably paid, I don't know, $4 or $5 for this. And we sold it for $60. So hopefully it's going to be okay. The paint is oil-based, so it's not really paint. It's almost like markers. Because you can, like, draw like a pen. So hopefully the paint is okay. Yeah, so it sold for $60. Hopefully it'll be good. So this purse, it's a vegan non-leather purse. Sold for only $10, and that is because we have had it listed, I checked the date, for 4.5 years. So one of the rare occasions where something has been in our store for a very long time. This is one of the original items in our store. And it sold, so I'm happy for that. This is a lovely Land's End women's blazer in pink. It's really nice. It's wool, silk, and linen. But I have had trouble selling women's blazers. I have not had very much luck selling them fast or for very much. So I took an offer on this for $13. So I'm glad to sell it. It was on sale, and I also took an offer. Now this jacket is a vintage Letterman jacket. It's wool. This is leather. It's got this great patch. It must have been a track runner, cross-country track, see? And the back says Culpeper, which is a town in Northern Virginia. And this jacket I bought for between $10 and $15 at like an antique mall, which is not a place that we generally buy stuff, but I saw it and I knew that these went for a lot of money, so I sprang for the between $10 and $15. And this sold to someone in Japan for $159. I did make an offer on it, but they paid full price, so that's awesome. This is a pair of denim overalls. It's kind of cute. It's got this little moon with stars embroidery. It's a very generic brand. It's No Boundaries, which I'm pretty sure is from Walmart. But overalls sell really well, no matter what brand they are, as I've said before. If they're Gap, they'll sell for a lot of money. But these sold for $30, which is a great price if you can get overalls cheap. I always buy overalls. They're really fun, and I think people buy them because they're always in fashion, and a lot of times stores like Walmart or Target or wherever people are buying their clothes just don't have them year-round or every year, so they're kind of hard to find. So it's great when you can find them in the thrift stores. These are a pair of men's leather Teva sandals. You can see the brand there. And these sold for $40. They are in rough shape, just on the surface. You can see there's some marks and stuff. But overall, they have not been worn very much. They're in good shape on the soles. So $40. Tevas sell for a lot of money in the stores. So also, these are a big size. They're size 12. So I was happy that they sold $40. This is a box of men's perfume, or cologne rather, I guess, aftershave cologne. It's kind of fancy. It's from Italy. I bought it at a flea market for, I'm pretty sure I paid $5 for it. Usually I don't pay that much, but I thought that I would get over $100 for this. So I put it up for $120, but I took an offer of $75. So $5, $75, that's really not that bad. I'm glad that somebody wanted it for $75. So these are called African trade beads. Now they're meant to imitate amber, and sometimes they are made out of bakelite. These are not either of those things, so it makes it quite hard to sell them, because people are looking for real amber, and they're looking for real tested bakelite. Now, what these are made out of that I've researched is called phenolic resin, and they were made in Africa or Europe for trade beads. And again, they're meant to look like amber. We bought a whole bunch of these in Amsterdam, not this year, but the year before. And the guy who sold them to me, or who sold these ones to me, said they were amber. I kind of knew they weren't amber, but I went home and tested them, and they weren't amber. And I thought, you know, they might be bakelite, which would also make them very valuable. But when I got home from Amsterdam, I tested them with 409. What you can do is you can put 409 on a Q-tip and rub it on here. And if it's bakelite, the Q-tip will turn like a bright yellow, like a mustard yellow. That did not happen. So from my research, I found out it was a different, you know, bakelite type material. So far, I have sold one set for $50, another set of smaller beads for $100, and this sold for $110, which sounds like a lot. I forget how much I paid. I think I paid 200 euro for a bunch of these necklaces, plus these like big chunky beads that are like this big. So that might sound like a lot, but I thought literally I would make thousands of dollars on them, which I didn't. $110 for this is a great price. I'm happy to get it, and hopefully the person who's getting them will be happy too. They're really beautiful. This is a pair of Brooks Brothers corduroy pants. You can see the label, Brooks Brothers. It's great because it has the size, 34-30. They're a nice pair of pants, and they sold for $24.99. And that's it for this week. Bye.